Hello, I'm Rebecca. Welcome to my Simple Country Life. It's a little windy today, but that's okay. It's nice out, sun shining. We got about 8 inches of snow between Saturday and Sunday, January 24th and 25th. It is now Thursday, February 5th, and we still have some snow on the ground, but it's mostly melted. So I thought we'd walk around and see what's looking like what, because I haven't been able to see anything for the snow. And so now, since it's mostly gone, I'm ready to check on my plants. So let's get you turned around. Okay, over here we have the 3 planter boxes. Nothing's going on with them. I do need to top them off a little bit with some dirt and mulch and plants. I am regretting not getting any bulbs to plant in these in the fall. Hope to get some spring bulbs planted in there, and then as well as some annuals. But so not much is going on with them right now. Over here beside the garage, nothing's going on, but we have decided that we are probably going to put a greenhouse here in the fall or next spring. I ordered 7x12 greenhouse plans from Etsy, and so the greenhouse is going to go back here between it's going to be a lean-to up against the garage wall, and it'll end between this gas thing and the electric, so we'll have electric in the greenhouse. It'll go back almost to that post there and over this post here. So 7x12. And I had told my husband I had concerns about the window being covered. He said, well, it's a greenhouse, it's going to let light in, and it's not what we use that window for anything in the garage anyway. So plans are to put a 7x12 lean-to greenhouse there either this fall or next spring. I am really itching to start taking this fencing down, getting out here and just rolling it up and getting this area open, getting that stump taken out back there, getting the rest of these concrete blocks smoothed. So I am really itching to get that project started, but I don't know when that'll happen. Back here we still have quite a bit of snow because I'm finding out this is my probably one shady area in this corner between the end of the house and the recycle bins. I think I want to put a hydrangea in that corner. I think that would be nice, maybe an oak leaf hydrangea. And then over here, the Bruno bed that we don't talk about is going to be a moon garden because we have a security light back here, and so that at night the green and white and silver foliage of plants and flowers will look really pretty. Even if we don't have moonlight, we'll have the security light. So the Bruno bed is going to become the moon garden, and now I'm excited about doing that project too. We have our 2 bird feeders swinging in the breeze, and the birds are keeping me busy, trying to keep them filled with seed. Have to fill them about every other day. I do have some soot cakes on the ground because when I hung them from the trees, they were ignoring them, and I put them in that basket and they were ignoring them. I put them on the ground and they're starting to eat them. So I'm like, okay, birds, whatever it takes to keep you fed and happy, we'll do it. Over here in the deck ramp garden, I'm going to be moving that pot out of there, moving those hens and chickens to another area, and possibly planting a small low-growing evergreen there. And hopefully that Rose of Sharon cutting will come back and do well. I have been really happy with how well that rainbow ascot euphorbia has been holding up during the winter. I'm just so surprised it still has some green on it and that it's still standing, and I just think that is amazing. Right now this bed looks really low, but once the daylilies and the blanket flowers come up and the catmint, everything that's in here gets kind of tall and covers the ramp. And so looking forward to working on that bed. I'm planning on using those 2 pots there probably to any of the bougainvillea cuttings, if any of them rooted and lived. I'm probably going to plant those up in those 2 pots and hang them somewhere. Over here, the semicircle garden, I still have my snowman flag that's not laying correctly right now, but still have my little gingerbread people in because I feel like they're wintry. And the rose still hasn't completely defoliated, but that's okay. Have some green on the rock and pink dianthus, and I am going to plant some more dianthus over in the Asian bed, which is the long fence border over here. The snow was up to the panther's ears, or jaguar's ears. The elephant was completely buried. I'm happy to see that the dwarf Alberta spruce is looking pretty decent. I'll have to find the tag for that or watch back videos to see what that is. I think that's a hydrangea maybe, or maybe not, we'll see. This is the peony bed for the Pink Peony Club. There's where we have another hibiscus Rose of Sharon cutting. My poor little juniper's not looking too happy. So yeah, so there's the dwarf burning bush. So that means that that sticky thing down there is a hydrangea. I'll have to look up the tag. Another juniper crane is still looking awesome. Another Rose of Sharon. That one seems to be leaning back a little bit, so I'll need to try to do something with that. This baby gem boxwood isn't looking great, but looks better than the other one that I transplanted by the pond. The leaning raspberry crepe myrtle. Really hope that comes back in the spring. And the other juniper. I'll have to look up what those are called. So far, the golden mop cypress seems to be doing really well. And honestly, I would like, this is what the evergreen I would like to plant where that bucket is in front of the ramp garden, the deck ramp garden. I'd love to have another one of these to kind of cap off each end of this area, especially since it's doing so well. So that's the long bed border. Let's go inside the dog yard and see how things are faring in there. Okay, this is what I call the short deck bed. Hopefully the bloomstruck hydrangea will come out in the spring. That lemongrass needs to be cut back. I need to cut back and defoliate the rest of the apricot shrub rose. Hopefully that blue star juniper will survive. And then those are the remains of daisies, I believe. At one point when the snow started melting, all you could see was the eyeballs on this little praying mantis, so that was kind of funny. And then over here in the strawberry bucket, the strawberries are staying somewhat evergreen, as is the weed that has joined the bowl. Those green patches are my Shasta daisies that are hanging in there. This apricot drift rose has almost completely defoliated, and I do need to do some trimming on it. This is one of the Miracle on the Hudson roses, and that is the other one over there. Back here we have a knockout yellow rose and a knockout red rose kind of planted together to grow together to complement the red and yellow of the Miracle of the Hudson roses. And then this blue star juniper, I believe, has bit the dust along with that one. I'll check on them again in spring. But if they're deceased, they're coming out, and they will probably be replaced with roses. I think I about decided this is going to be a rose and daisy bed, and maybe some tulips or other bulbs. Now, we're going to get to work, hopefully, on this deck in the spring. And we've been discussing where to put the steps. If we end up putting the steps out this way, I'll be moving the purple leaf sand cherry over somewhere into here. And then this bed will kind of curve out a little bit to accommodate the steps or curve in. It'll do something. This bed will change a little bit depending on where we put the steps to this deck. So that's the thing to be figured out in the spring. This dried up stuff down here is catmint. That wouldn't be any problem to move. And the back corner is lemongrass. That's not going to be a problem to move. It needs to come out anyway. The only thing that might be an issue to move is the blackleaf sand cherry. But hopefully it'll be okay. And then this thing, it's a post corner that I had bought to be a trellis. I'll be painting it black or green, and hopefully planting a white iceberg climbing rose on it, either in this corner of the trellis or this corner of the deck, or that corner of the deck, or maybe one of these corners of the deck is going to have that trellis with a climbing rose. And then over here there's going to be a gate somewhere, I don't know if the gate will be, I don't know where the gate will be, but somewhere over here there's going to be a gate to the lower driveway. And I don't know if you can see down here those green boards down by the shed. Those are the composite deck boards that we bought to make some veggie beds out of. We're going to make two 2x6 veggie beds with those, and then I want to get some more. And I think all my veggie beds are going to be 2x6 composite boards, so we just got to get some more. And so this area, I still plan on it being the veggie garden. This is my new bottle tree my husband got me for Christmas. He got me the bottle tree and also the bottles that are on it. So I could just put it up immediately and have it looking gorgeous. So I'm very happy with that. I look out the kitchen window, the bedroom window, and see it, and it just makes me happy every time I see it. Our poor little pond over here froze over. I think the pump is probably deceased. But if it is, we'll get another one. It'll be okay. But yeah, it did freeze, and that's what these kind of stock ponds are meant to do. They're meant to freeze and unfreeze. But you can see that baby gem boxwood back there just has a little bit of green on it. It's got a lot of yellow. We'll trim that off. We'll get this area around here planted up. I have this mulch to finish putting down around it. And little ant leaf coreopsis is showing some green. Everything over here is kind of showing some green. So I think there's a lot of coreopsis over here. Not too sure how the eastern redbud stick back there where that white thing is, and then here's the other eastern redbud stick. Hopefully they're doing okay. Sweet spire, can't tell if anything's going on with it. 9 bark, same thing. Everything just looks pretty rough. There's one of my sedums. But anyway, I'm happy. Okay, so there's some green on the yarrow. Some green on the yarrow back there. I think this is primrose down here. Another yarrow. And a smoke tree. Pretty sure these are probably weeds coming up, and if they are, that's fine. I'll let them do their thing and then pull them before they go to seed. Fire Chief Arborvitae, because it changes color. I don't know if it's dead or alive. I hope it's alive because I was excited about getting that. I'm so sorry about the wind. I should have worn my microphone, but I didn't. Alright, so the purple mallow has got some green. Something's living under there, and it can just live under there. That's fine. We got stonecrop doing okay in here. We've got some calumet doing something over here. That trellis needs some help. I will be putting reed fencing along this back fence in the spring. We bought it in the fall, but decided to wait till spring to put it up, just so it wouldn't have to have the winter brutality on it. Make it last maybe one more season or however many seasons it's going to last. But I'm looking forward to that, to having a backdrop to these plants and a place for your eye to stop and rest. There's the Muskingum dogwood. This is going to be a water feature, just a very simple water feature. And let's see, and then all these irises are going to get transplanted. That creeping phlox is going to get transplanted. That lamb's ear is going to get transplanted. And all these still need to be leveled, filled, and planted. Now, we do want to plant some fruit trees and some strawberries and some rhubarb and some asparagus. And a lot of that stuff is going to take time to come to fruition. So I may be planting some vegetables over here this spring. I have definitely bought some radish seeds to plant up in these concrete planters to try those. So I think that concludes the winter tour such as it is. I'll take you inside and show you what has germinated and what I sowed in the house a few weeks ago. Okay, I don't want y'all to get too excited. I sowed these on November 12th. We have nothing in the poblano pepper coming up yet. We have nothing in the sweet pepper coming up yet. But in the English lavender, if we can focus, we have one whole seedling that has sprouted so far. But I'm hopeful. I'm keeping them moist. I did take some humidity domes off because they didn't seem to be holding in the humidity very well. So there's that. There's my wonderful, wonderful seedling. Ain't it cute? Hope to see more sprouted up. There's about, well, there was 12 spaces, and I put about 2 seeds in each hole, so there's a potential for 24 seedlings, but 1 out of 24 so far from January 12th to today, February 5th. So that's all we have. Greetings from our master bath, primary bathroom, whatever you want to call it. The wind has done a number on my hair, but I don't care. It felt good to get out and walk around the yard and look at the garden and see what was happening and going on under all that snow. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them below. And y'all come back.